In today's video, I'm going to tell you about 5 hand tools that I use way more than I ever thought I would. So number 5 on the list, safety wire pliers. So safety wire pliers, I never realized the utility of these until I got a pair. This is now my 4th pair, I think. I still have the other ones, but used it enough so I got more than one. Not only are there requirements to use safety wire to secure nuts and bolts and everything, you can use it to secure a lot of different things that you would use a piece of wire for. Like, say you have a maybe a temporary fix for an exhaust hanger, or you just want to secure something down so it doesn't move for whatever reason. It works really good. Grab some safety wire here, and then all you do, find a handy dandy hole of where you want to secure something. You put the two ends together. You take your pliers. You clamp them down over the ends of the wires. A little bracket here that latches the handle into place. So it's going to be a little bit difficult to see, but I'm basically going to squeeze it and then slide that up. So now it's latched. Then what you do is you just need to keep tension on it and pull the little silver knob at the back. And just like that, you've secured whatever you want. Comes in really handy, and yeah, you could secure all kinds of things with it. Number 4, I'm not sure if you're calling these the right thing, but ratcheting solderless connector pliers. This ratcheting solderless connector plier is, I really don't know what I did before this. Well, I do know. I used these, and my connections were never super strong. They worked most of the time, but not always. They would rattle loose and that kind of thing. These, on the other hand, see, these are just as strong as you have. These, the way they're built with compound jaws and a ratcheting handle, so that you can basically get the connector into the jaws of it and then put the wires in and then really reef down on it. And it doesn't release until you've put enough pressure on it. Yeah, really excellent tool to have. I got this one from a friend of mine who was tired of dealing with my bad connectors, and I now have 2 because of it, because they are very, very important and and they work very, very well. Number 3, spring-loaded punch. Well, a spring-loaded punch, I know it doesn't look like much, but this really is one of my most important tools. I do have several of these as well kicking around. It's because it helps so much when you're trying to drill something, particularly if it's not flat. So here I just have a piece of, this is tin metal scrap I had kicking around. You can see it's very odd shaped, rounded and everything. It'd be very difficult to get your drill to stay where you want it on here. It would be apt to wander off. So these spring-loaded punches, this is a hardened steel tip here on the end, so you can use it with wood or metal. And all you do is you take it and you push down until it snaps. And that, I don't know if you can really see that, but there is a little dent there. I'll make them bigger. Hit it a number of times. I don't know if you can see that, but there now is a little dimple there. That's just enough to allow the drill to bite and not wander. Number 2, a rivet nut setter. So with the rivet nut setter, again, something I never thought that I would use very much. Obviously, it uses a rivet nut that screws in on here, and this actually starts spread, and then you squeeze it. And similar to a pop rivet, it squashes this metal, and then you're able to put a bolt into that little nut. You have to be really careful about the size hole that you have. You want it as close as you can to that. to the size of your rivet nut. But it allows you to bolt things together that you probably wouldn't have bolted together before. Great example I have over here on the race car. So when I was motioning, you probably thought I was pointing at the Miata, but I'm not. I was pointing at the BMW here. And right here on this little panel that I made, the panel wasn't there before. I needed to extend this out so I could add these USB ports. And so I used rivet nuts through this little piece of metal right here. And then, because of that, I'm able to bolt it right on, and it's really substantial. I'll also give you a little hint, because on this car, it was really beat up when I got it. There are actually several bits and pieces that are held on, several body pieces that are held on with rivet nuts. And my number one all-time favorite tool that I didn't know I wanted until I got it is a wire tie tool. So the wire tie tool, I figured I'd use the same hole as I used for the safety wire to kind of show you how it works. I'm just going to take a random model to be the victim. So the wire tie tool has a little jaw on it, and it, as you squeeze it, it pulls the jaw back. It clamps down on the wire tie and then tightens it. When it gets to the right tightness, which is adjustable in the handle, if you want it to be tighter or looser, it will cut the wire tie flush so you don't get all those nasty scratches like you do when you cut them with something else. The other cool thing is that after you get it on here, let's say I'm trying to hold this bottle in place while I got the wire tie in there, it will slowly tighten it up for me. And then again, when it gets to the right tightness, it will snip it off. And yeah, I use this way, way, way more than I ever thought I would. If you like what you see here, please like and subscribe for more content, and hope to see you out there.